Hi everyone, welcome to the channel for a new battle report. We are on round number 3 of April Fool and I just switched for Ogre. I wanted to try them out a bit more, so I switched from ID to them to see how is it going. It helps me also to kind of rate the matchup rating, see how it's going with the list and compare that with Infernal Dwarfs. So I was paired against Warhall, who is playing Dread Elf. My list is the following. We have the Master Pyro, we have the Great Khan, we have like 150 Scraplings in 3 units, a Mage Bunker, Double Tusker, 3 times the Bombardier, King Eater, Double Cannon and a Giant. My opponent was playing the following. We have 2 very trendy Season Pack 2 lists with plenty of scoring. Could have more with the Bombardier potentially. He has a double Corsair, double Auxiliaries, 1 Militant, 3 times the Knight, 2 times the Yema, 2 times the Obsidian Guard, 3 times the Chariot, and only Exarch with an Adept Alchemy with current scale, so he still has 4 spell, only 1 channel but 4 spell, which is not bad for minimal magic phase. It's not bad at all. It's giving leadership 9 as well. So yeah, very trendy Dread Elf list. We were playing all the center refuse flanks, so you see already a very fighty configuration. My opponent did win the first roll and he picked the defender. I felt the primary was to his advantage because of the number of scoring and the board control. Mainly the board control. Dread Elf is moving forward in every game, and moving forward means board control, means center control in that case. Secondary wise, at least he didn't get conserve the numbers. He got take 3 of my banner, which is quite challenging, and I need to kill one of his knight, which is doable for me because they're going to be active basically. Pass to victory for me, range damage mainly, but also set up good counters, punish potentially his attempt if he makes any mistake, and challenge the center. And for him, mainly focus on the primary, play on resources, combat, attacking basically. Starting could be interesting for me. I felt already range damage and also board control moving forward, so I felt I could be interested to start. I didn't have the choice to do it, but since my opponent picked the defender, I definitely dropped for first turn. And overall, I felt a bit positive about the matchup. I feel I have the tools to hurt him big time from distance, to basically put the resource advantage in my on me basically. Basically, at the beginning, you see we have similar army with a lot of resources, a lot of things on the table. He's much stronger in the combat phase because he's full combat and some shooting. And if I'm able to hurt some of the unit, I could like re-establish the balance between both army combat-wise and therefore also map control in a different way. That's my goal basically. Deployment-wise, you see the deployment, so I dropped for first turn. I went with double Scrappling in the middle plus 1 Tusker Cav. That's going to be my unit challenging for the middle. Other Scrappling on the strong flank trying to push, Thunder Cannon right and left, and some Tuskers on the right, and Merkvet and Mercenary Giant trying to push here. Huge mistake here for me. Still trying to get grasp of the list, but basically deploying the Tusker Cavalry in the small triangle is a bad idea because it's hard to move back. And I'm facing the strong flank of my opponent, and they could be trapped, and you will see that will be the case, obviously. I think what would have been much better is the second Thunder Cannon here, the Giant here as well, and put like the Tusker here and Bombardier here on top. I think that would have been way better for me, because Tusker are still very active on this strong flank. They have no train, that's annoying, they can push forward. The Bombardier can still play around, and here having 3 single model that can move forward, backwards, that would be very helpful. So I think here some regrets on my part. My opponent realized that and is able to put Vanguarding Raptor Chariot with the Defender Vanguard to already put me pressure and force me to make a choice. And then behind he has Obsidian Guard, Dread Knight, he's shooting in the middle, his infantry in the middle, and on top other Raptor Chariot and Dread Knight basically. My turn 1, yeah, shuffle around, push up top, nothing crazy, magic phase. I failed Tidal Flame on 4 dice. It takes out Pyroflow and also Dragon Roar, I think. My cannon did manage 3 wounds here on 5 up, and I'm going to finish with the Bombardier. So that's a good news, because this chariot was already putting pressure on me. And yeah, I'm going to kill some with other Bombardiers, some others into diverse unit. The secondary, I need to kill one of those knights. His turn 1, yeah, he's putting pressure. I think he plays very good game in that case because he's telling me, you can charge my cavalry, but either you go through and then I kill you with Obsidian Guard, or you don't go through and I kill you with Obsidian Guard and Chariot, and you lose everything. So it's quite interesting, I think, from him to engage the game and put pressure, because he's trying to go into exchange of resources in a combat, try to lure me, trap me into the combat. And I think that's definitely his game, and not necessarily the game where I'm winning the most. He goes out of line of sight of my Chariot, obviously, so only the Tusker can see him. But yeah, that's well done from his cavalry, and he's putting pressure on my flank. So he's realizing I did a mistake here, and he's trying to put pressure here. Despite the loss of the Chariot, he can still apply pressure, and that's going to be annoying for me to manage. Nothing crazy, he pushes the Corsair and auxiliaries forward, so auxiliaries are here, Corsair are here. Magic phase, I dispel the -1 resilience because I realize he can shoot a lot into this unit. And I don't want the -1 resilience. He gets Tusker, Hereditary on the Tusker to annoy me even more if I charge. I'm going to let that through. I have another ID, and shooting is going to kill 21 scrappling into this unit. 21. Yeah, I mean, it goes crazy quick against Resilience 3, no armor save. So 21 scrappling later, my big unit will be moving backwards. We see here a small mistake. I think I should have been partially behind to make it harder for him to shoot at me. I didn't need to be that much forward at this point in the game. My turn 2. I reposition my Tusker in a way that if he charges me, he will be in the forest, which means DT, no ranks. That's the best I can do. I provide some counter charge. I remove my cannon into a better positioning. I want to make it risky for him, but it's not that risky actually. Moving the big unit back to get some cover, and the rest just suffers around. My Kinita didn't enter the board. I get a Tidal Flame into Corsairs. I kill 4. He's going to be shaken. Check on 8, which is failed. On the miscast, going to do a Fireball here and do 2 wounds to my Bombardier. Pyro Flow got dispelled, and then I get a Dragon Roar here. I'm going to kill again 3 or 4, and he's also going to fail the 8 non-rollable and be shaken. Obsidian Guard are here and here, they were too far away. So that's good for me because it's the unit in front, so they are blocking all the infantry behind. Basically, that's a huge slowdown for his attack, so I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, I'm going to kill some with the shooting left and right. I think here one mistake, my cannon is going to fail, but one mistake was not to shoot here. I think I put the shots into the Corsair to panic them. I think I panicked these ones with the shooting and not Dragon Roar, I think so. I think I didn't get Dragon Roar, I only got Pyro Flow dispelled and Tidal Flame cast. So I had to shoot to panic them. But it would have been nice to shoot here at cavalry and maybe kill some to make the combat even more possible for me. Then he can kill some more with the DTs. So yeah, I think maybe shooting at the cavalry should have been the first priority with double Bombardier to really try to kill 3 or 4 and make it way more manageable for me. So I think that was a little mistake here. Turn 2 charge, loses 2 into DT. Pushes very rightly forward to claim what's going to be left after this combat. Those guys are both going to rally this turn, the rest just moves around. He's a bit stuck because of those shaken unit. Magic is going to get Living Steel on 3 dice, 5, 5, 6, cannot dispel that. I dispel Hereditary on the Tusker, and he's also able to get -1 resilience. Yeah, he was able to jump his mage and then be within range, which was annoying for me, obviously. Maybe I could have done better, but you see I don't have much more space than that, basically. Shooting, he kills some scrappling, and the close combat, yeah, what can I say? I get very lucky, he gets very unlucky. 5 to 6, I win combat, he breaks, decimated. Yeah, on average, I'm dead. I'm really dead. I'm broken, he can touch the board edge, reform. And then I need to turn around, shoot and stuff. Yeah, that was very lucky for me. I was a bit surprised by that, so I lose 1 model, here 2 wounds. And then I had multiple choice. I could just stay where I am to get some charges. I could pursue. I elected, I think, to pursue. I ended up like here and could charge this guy in the flank. So my idea was basically, okay, the Tusker got very lucky, they already got their points, so let's try to eat the Chariot to give me momentum on the right. We will see if it was the right idea or not. I lose 1 wound to the DT, so I have only 1 model left. Charge into the flank of the Chariot. I'm going most likely to get eaten by something else, but my point here was I can manage the Chariot with the Tusker. and then I can shoot everything into the Obsidian Guard, and if that's the case, I'm winning the flank. He could potentially, depending on what's happening, charge me with something afterwards, but I should be able to claim it back, so I should be winning the flank. So that's my point here. King Eater centers the board, the rest remains pretty much the same. On Magic Face, I'm getting a Tidal Flame on the Yama. I kill 7 of them. These guys here, 7. Crazy roll. If he's shaken, he fails the check. I think it was a rerollable one because of Obsidian Guard. He fails the check. Shaken. Crazy. Dragon Roar into the Scrappling. 4 dice against 6. Get through. I kill some more here, so again, and because he failed the Dispel on 3 dice, I'm still able to get a Pyro Flow and kill some more Yema here. So what a Magic Face. I mean, I killed 12 Yema plus got a Dragon Roar. Poor. Horrible for my opponent. Bombardier, I killed some Obsidian Guard on the hill, I think like 5. I killed some Corsairs, do 2 wounds to the Chariot on top. And the close combat, here my luck is going to turn, because until now I cannot complain too much. I roll 0 wound, my opponent rolls a wound, and he sticks on 6 rollable, which is not cool, because I'm going to lose the Chariot. Obviously the -1 hereditary, the -1 resilience matters a lot for his wound. But yeah, he made the check, 6 rollable. I think here the choice to charge was a bad idea. I should have just moved my Tusker backwards in a position where I can zone him. I continue to shoot at the Chariot, no problem. Shooting the Chariot until I get him out, shooting at the Obsidian Guard afterwards, and I'm still zoning and I don't give away my points. I think there was absolutely no point on a macro level to do this charge. It was going into a dicey combat to give away 245 points, and also a banner in case of the secondary. So I'm not happy about that action. I think that was all wrong what I did with the Tuskers on this flank. Anyway, his turn 3, he needs to go back, so he attempted charge. I reform in a way, again, I'm not sure that was the best. He had the charge on 5 with Obsidian Guard against my Bombardier, which he fails. He elected to take the dicey fight of Chariot against my flank Tusker. He's winning by 1. It's a dicey 1. He doesn't get the +1 to wound anymore. No spell at the moment. That was a bit of a risk, I felt. His mage jump again. He chaffs me 2 times with the Corsairs. Chaff me here with the Chariot. Move a bit forward with his cavalry, looking to block my out of line of sight. Going to rally the 3 Yema, and the rest move a bit forward for the center. He got 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring units, so he's getting 1 up on the center. Into the Magic Phase, he fails the +1 to hit. I Dispel Hereditary, and he got on 2 dice the -1 resilience into this guy into the combat. He exactly killed my Chariot. You see, 26% chance of killing me. Like I said, I was very lucky before, and now 2 times in a row we got a bit lucky. That's what happens in combat. So he just killed my Tusker before he can hit. And the shooting, he killed like 20 something Scrappling again, or 16, yeah, I think 16. Yeah, that's about it. My turn. I charged with the remaining Scrappling the flank of the Corsairs. I charged with the Tusker, which I think was a wrong decision. Should have charged with these guys, they can always flee later. I'm starting to realize that the center is going to be very complicated. I don't have enough scoring and enough control of the center. Charge with the King Eater, the Chariot. Pushes the Bombardier to shoot short range, chaff him, and then I'm ready to take him with both. It's the secondary, so I want to take it. Push the Scrappling on top, and that's it. And pushing here out of line of sight to shoot short range, get rid of those guys. I can also get those guys, or then shoot the Chariot. Here as well I get a short range, so I was feeling, okay, it seems quite interesting for me to get rid of the flank here. Magic Phase, I get Dragon Roar. I'm going to kill those guys here that could charge the King Eater. I don't think that was the priority. I think, to be honest, that was a mistake. I should have cast here a Pyro Flow here. I think it was much better for me. I got Hereditary on my Tuskers to make the charge harder for him. Bombardier do nothing on short range on the cavalry, so I fluff. But I kill the Obsidian Guard, and I do 1 wound on the Chariot as well. My cannon misses. Yeah, I kill those guys, reform, kill the Chariot, reform. Okay, his turn, he goes for the charge against the Tusker. They're getting a bit close, and he can get the Yema, plus that's charging here. and that's charging here. I think that was his charge. Yema plus Militant and the character and the magic phase. And I was feeling, okay, I have Hereditary, which cancels his +1 to wound, but he has a full magic phase. He has a charge, 2 rank, 2 banners. I have only a rank and a banner. And if he gets through, he kills, then he goes into my mage bunker and he gets a huge win. At the moment, when you look at the table, I'm up on point. I'm going to take the secondary. I'm not giving away at the moment the secondary. I'm losing primary. Can I stop him from winning the primary? I don't think so. These guys are going to die at the end of the turn, which means I only have 2 scoring and he has still a lot. And I'm feeling, okay, primary is going to be lost, no matter what. So let's flee Tusker into safety. I have at least 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turn to rally. So I should rally them. They should give away 0 point. They don't make a panic because the general Banner of Courage. And I'm safe. Okay, for sure I'm giving away the center. Conceding the center. But I'm not allowing him to win that game. That's basically my idea. So that's what I did. Flee here. He charged the Bombardier because he was trapped. So let's take point with him in the grave. Here he redirect the Yama into my flank. Those guys are in the front. He charge. Here I fled. Redirect, I think on a 5 here, but fails and take 2 wounds from DT. That's it. Magic phase. And I think here I could have moved out. I think I didn't want to take DTs, but it was stupid. I should have marched to be out of charge range. That was a bit stupid for me. Anyway, I dispel -1 resilience. He got +1 to hit on his auxiliaries in the combat. I dispel the silver spike. Or he got the silver spike, 2 dice against 3. Did 1 wound to my chariot. Shooting, he did 3 wounds to my bombardier. They passed the panic check on 8. And close combat, I flee 2 times on 6. So I was able here to escape. And here as well to escape. Okay, not too bad for me. The Scrappling are going to rally automatically because I chose to flee. And Bombardier is going to be a check on 8. I did manage the check on 8 from the cannon on the way. My turn 5, charge the giant and the cannon in the front to take out the cavalry. Push to the flank with the Kineater to threaten him. He overran with his Yema into my big unit with the Great Can. And the second unit also trying to catch my Scrappling, but he didn't manage to. Those guys move short range. These guys move out of charge. Wants to shoot him to death, and that's about it. And my mage see that to create some opportunities against the character, maybe. Magic phase, I failed Dragon Roar on 4 dice, but I got the pillars into the close combat to make sure the Yema dies. Bombardier, they do 1 wound, I think, to the chariot, but still alive. Cannon did nothing. Rally, I failed that one. I rallied the Tusker, Scrappling automatic, and those Bombardier, I rallied them on 8. That was not too bad. Close combat, I one-shot the Yema. Those guys are... I pursue them with the cannon, catch them. They would have flee over and take DT, so they would have been decimated and dead. So I take the secondary and the points, which is nice. He's turn 5. Chaffs me with auxiliaries. Charge here with Silixian auxiliaries into the Bombardiers. I felt, okay, interesting. He got banner and charge, but no ranks. We will see. Move the chart forward, meaning, depending what happened, that could be charge overrun, depending what happens, so we will see. That's about it. In the magic phase, he got -1 resilience in the close combat. He fails the silver spike. Close combat, we do 2 wounds to each other. I fail my check on 6, I guess. And that's about it. On my turn, I have the chance to charge here with the Great Can, which seems a good idea, but I think it's a very risky one. You will see the stat afterwards. I felt it's way too risky, but it felt interesting, felt like a mistake, but maybe he did that on purpose, because if I lose the Great Can on that action, that would be really sad. So my turn 6, I just go away, jump with the Great Can in the back, charge with the Scrappling, maneuver a bit around with multiple stuff, nothing too crazy to mention. Magic phase, I'm going to Tidal Flame, kill a lot of those guys, like 7, and then Pyro Flow, I kill some more. So there's no lookouts anymore. I shoot on 5+ with the 2 cannon, but I'm going to miss both of them to try to get his... yeah, that's the charge of the Great Can. So you see, on average, I'm doing 2 to 3 wounds. He does like 1 wound to me. I have a charge. He has a rank and a banner. Most likely a tie on the first turn. And what happens the turn after? He gets the magic, buffs himself. I don't have the charge anymore, and most likely I break. So I didn't want that risk. Yes. What else happens? Yeah, nothing crazy. I'm going to kill some, but it's going to flee, and I cannot really pursue. So I turn around, and nothing crazy. I'm not going to rally those guys, so I'm going to give away the points. And that's the cannon. So you see, it's like 30-something% chance of killing his Exarch, which is not that likely. I already had enough luck for this game, to be honest. And that's how we ended up. So 13-7. Lose the primary, win secondary, and win heavily on points. Post-game analysis quickly. Yeah, I think my deployment, I'm very disappointed about what I did with the Tuskers, but it was the first time for me with this list on refuse flank. So let's not be too harsh with myself, but yeah, something to keep in mind for next time, definitely. I think it was very interesting how my opponent picked. He's a very good player from France, and it was very interesting how he picked the high variance approach, which is very good with Red Elf, because he has so many resources. He wants to go into combat, so he gave me some dicey combat to try to lure me into combat and make mistakes. And you saw, when I did, I was punished for that with the Tuskers. So that was quite interesting. I struggled to play for the center, obviously, due to his resources. Yeah, I think the first turn of event was turn 2, his charge not taking away the Tuskers, and even worse, me winning the combat. That wasn't expected. Charging wasn't the right decision on the chariot, on the macro level, I think. Then the chariot finishes me. It took a bit dicey, I didn't talk about it, but it was a bit of a dicey combat to go alone against the Tusker. 26% I think to kill me. If he doesn't, I can still strike with 4 attack. If we get stuck, I have counter charge setups. Maybe he can reform first and make it harder, but still, I think he took a bit of a risk here. And then the charge on turn 4, I think I should have charged with the Great Khan to clean the chaff, and then I could still flee from any charge and rally automatically. I think would have been way safer than charging with my Tuskers, and I could keep them in nice position to maybe be a threat on turn 6. And endgame, you see, I just took the low risk approach to secure the win. That was basically my game at the end. Not take any risk, I fled with the Tusker. Could have at some point even take less risk. You saw with the cannon, he could have charged me with the chariot on 6. Stuff like that could have been avoided. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you liked the battle report, and talk to you soon on the channel. Goodbye. Take care.